Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel outside the target demographic. Today I'm going to be showing you something that has been very useful in my everyday carry kit, and that is a USB backup battery pack. Let's get started. This is a USB output 10,000 milliamp hour battery backup. So what you can do with this is you have a 5-volt source with 2 amps output, and you can charge anything that you are carrying a cable for. So you can recharge a battery powered fan, a cell phone, a camera. I have a vest that I keep in the car in case it breaks down in the winter or colder days on the motorcycle. It will run off of a USB cable. So I can run anything that can be powered or charged off of a USB wall outlet, which is typically 1 to 2 amps. This should, asterisk, be able to run. With the capacity of 10,000 milliamp hour, I think most smartphones are 2,500 to 3,500 milliamp hour. So you should be able to charge a phone from 0 back to 100% twice with this battery pack if it's a 3,500 milliamp hour battery. Now, the math seems wrong. That only counts as 7,000 milliamp hour, right? Versus the 10,000 in here. You run into losses and the length of your cable, the gauge of your cable, blah, blah, blah. So it's better to undersell and say, I can only charge my phone twice, than rely on it and say, I can charge my phone 3 times, right? This is about the size of a phone. We're looking at almost 3 inches across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. By a ½ inch. So this will very much fit into your pocket, and it gives you the ability to, again, charge all your stuff, maintain your stuff, help someone else out. We'll be at birthday parties or something, and oh man, I've been taking a bunch of pictures and videos. My phone's about to be dead. I wish I had brought a charger. Well, I have this battery pack, and it's been a conversation starter for some of the folk that have needed me to bring that out for them. This pack, and I would recommend it if you can find it, has a built-in wireless charging pad. So what you'll do, make sure it's on, put your wireless charging device on top. The red cable will switch to green, and you'll see that I'm charging my Samsung earbuds without a cable. Also, with this one, which I got from Tractor Supply maybe 2 years ago, so they probably don't have this one anymore. But this will actually do a dual output. So I can be charging something from the wireless charging pad on top while charging my phone or camera or flashlight, what have you, with the USB cable. Pretty handy. Additionally, this one, and I really like this, this one has a USB-C charging port, so I can recharge it from a USB-C cable or a micro USB cable. So I can choose to carry either one of those cables, and I can use it for dual purposes, right? I can charge this from a USB-C or a micro, and I can use that USB-C or micro cable to charge cell phones, accessories, blah, blah, blah. You may have seen in a previous video. If not, I recommend you go back and check my channel on that. I have a magnetic USB cable. You leave this magnetic charging puck in the contact, and when you get that cable close, it will automatically connect and automatically start charging your device. So now I have 3 ways of charging this, right? I could do a USB-C, a micro, or my magnetic charger. But there's a 4th way. Not only can I wirelessly charge a phone, a pair of earbuds, a smartwatch, if I have a wireless charger like I do in my car, I can connect this onto the wireless charging pad, and I can charge this wirelessly. God, I love this thing. Also. So I have 4 ways of charging it currently. Currently, because charging electricity, I'm a freaking nerd. You can use this as a wireless charger, which I already told you that. This has pass-through. So I can connect a cable to this, be charging this while charging my earbuds at the same time, charging my phone at the same time, charging my watch at the same time. This is fantastic for traveling. We went out west to Glacier National Park. We were in the middle of nowhere, which means our phones were constantly trying to pair with cell phone towers that didn't exist while taking pictures of the kids and the nature and all that stuff. So the wife's phone ran down pretty low. I think it was at 20%, something like that. We went into a restaurant. The restaurant was very busy, so we're tooling around on our phones with the Wi-Fi we finally got. Battery almost died. Since I was carrying this in my bag, I was able to put her phone on top of it. And it's, twice as thick, but she was still able to use her phone while charging her phone back up, 60, 80% in the time it took us to finally leave the restaurant. The other benefit there is when we get back to the car or the hotel or the campsite or, you can connect this back up to a cigarette outlet, a USB cable, a solar panel, a wall receptacle, generator, whatever you happen to have. You can charge this guy back up, and it does indicate your 25, 50, 75, 100% capacities. You can charge this guy back up while not losing the opportunity to charge up your earbuds or your phone or your camera, right? You don't have to sacrifice your camera not getting a charge because first this one, then that one. No, you could charge them both at the same time. Or if you have two USB cables, this one can be charging this one while charging your phone. So you're getting 3 devices charged in the same period of time. I guess the last benefit is when you turn it on. Hello, cat. Jesus, I do feed the cat, just in case you're curious. When you turn it on, you get, I think it's 10 or 15 seconds of that LED, and it's decent as a flashlight. They do have, they're about the size of your thumbnail. It would plug into the USB port, and it becomes a LED flashlight. So you could get one of those, plug it in, and now this is a flashlight and a charger and a battery bank and a wireless charger and a wireless charging pad, and this thing is fantastic. Was at Tractor Supply. We'll do a close up here. Does it even give you the model name? It does not. So, anyways, there's a close up of that. It is a 5 volt, 2 amp in, 5 volt, 2 amp out. Wireless charging is 5 volts, 1 amp. So that's a thing. While it has wireless is incredibly inefficient. As it turns out, it's half as efficient. So using a USB cable, it'll push up to 2 amp. It'll push up to 2 amps out. Using the wireless charging, it will push 1 amp out. The reason for that is some of the power has to go into creating a magnetic field that when you drop this into, the magnetic field connects to this and it will start transmitting power. So you have a 50% attrition rate in power not charging the device, but creating the contact to charge the device. Long story short, you're going to be using substantially more battery power to charge a wireless item slower than if you had just prepared to have a cable with you. But it is possible, it is more convenient than having to build a kit of cables around this. But it is something to keep in mind. The last thing with this is it does a bunch of things. You would think these would be expensive. This was $10 at Tractor Supply. Now, that was before Biden inflation, but on Amazon or wherever other jungle website you choose to shop from, you can find these for, they won't, well, it depends on what you're going for, but you could get these for $10. You could get some that are about the size of a tube of chapstick. It's maybe only that big by an inch by an inch. It's, more of a square. This larger one affords me a little bit bigger capacity than those, the wireless charging, the dual USB inputs, all the things. So look into these. If you don't have one already, absolutely a game changer. You can go further with more equipment, with less downtime charging and more time enjoying your phone, camera usage, all that stuff. Definitely worth the investment. If you only use it once, I mean, $10, you can't go to a gas station and get a USB cable for $10. So absolutely worth the investment, says I, and maybe says you. Just to prove he's not dead. If you do not have a USB charging pack in your EDC kit, in your vacation kit, in your car, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice. Incredibly handy, if not for you, for someone else in your party, for someone else at your party, for someone else while camping. It's cheap insurance, and you can use it as a dedicated charger until you need to rip it out of the wall, take it off the desk, whatever, and take it with you for a little bit longer, more intensive day than you were originally planning on. So consider adding this to your kit. As always, this is outside the target demographic. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Any questions, comments, concerns you have, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.